Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfucking fortunate. But I tell you what, bitch, we got views.
It's I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop because we never do. All we do is work. Y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squint.
That's right, R.I.P.
Whizzle fizzle.
Forever and always. With me again, finally back home.
ChadArmesTV.com.
Welcome home, Bubba.
Hell yeah.
And with us today, we have a guest that y'all have seen here before with us, but Scottie Broadway.
What up?
Scottie Broadway is back in the building. He's mad at me because I still use his old drop, but I will continue to use it until I'm provided a new one.
It's all good. I got you.
This is the first time I've ever said this. Can you turn us up in the headphones?
Yes, absolutely.
I can't hear you that well.
I can't hear myself well.
There we go.
There we go.
How about now?
Boom.
Sorry, guys. I was trying to make y'all just struggle the whole time.
No,
I
you
guess.
good. I just want to make sure I wasn't going deaf or something.
I feel like I'm forgetting something, so
We are loud as fuck now.
Yeah, we're loud as fuck.
should I turn it down some?
Turn it down just a little bit. There we go. I didn't even.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
How's that?
That's it.
I think that's worse. But
Are y'all happy now?
that's worse.
Yeah.
It's actually worse.
Is it really?
It's louder. Is it not?
Nah, mine is
So
lower,
you
but
got to
it's-
be this
it's
one,
too
Chad.
low.
That's you, Chad?
Yeah. Okay, now we're good.
Okay,
Where am
finally.
I?
This has to be Broadway.
yo,
Is this
yo.
you, Scotty?
Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
Okay,
we
see.
go.
Yeah.
Tell me when.
Yeah. Stop.
Okay.
Boom.
So these are the
Here
type
we
of things
go.
that we should probably handle before we
Hey,
hit record.
you know what, dude?
It's I Got Some Shit to Say, and it's a shit show over here. So
Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man, Scottie Broadway back with us.
sir.
He's a extended family, so to speak. That's
Definitely extendo family.
That's the
for sure.
brother. That's my guy. I talk with him often.
Lighter, bro.
Are you upset that one didn't work? You seem. Shout out to Logan Garrett on that one.
He's very
Hard.
frustrated. Shout out
Grind
Grind
hard.
Hard, baby.
You guys know how many records have you done with Grind Hard, Mr. Broadway?
I don't know.
Right. So if you've heard that little thing I
Several.
played at the beginning,
Several.
probably because you heard it on one of their records.
Yeah.
I still trying to get your boy Sticks to pull up. You want that, man? Turn around, turn that TV on.
Hey, 2K's on there, bro.
He just picks it. Broadway's kids here with us, man. Shout out to the young.
2K's on the Switch over there. We got the Switch going
And
on
I
right
say,
now.
man, I got a Switch over there, bro. You can play. He's like, nah, I'm good. And now I looked over at the room and he's got the Switch controller in his hand, but the TV's off.
Yeah.
What does that tell me?
We're going to have to get on
He's
that game
tempted.
later.
Just
For
play,
sure.
bro.
Yeah, let's play it, man. Turn around, turn TV on, and play the game, man. Quit staring at me like a weirdo.
Yeah. No.
Well, do something. Get a light or something.
Do something, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, just turn that on right there, bro, and then hit the little home button, and it should pop on. I just got the basketball game too because Scotty told me you was coming over. Nah, the home on the controller should turn it on. There you go, you winning, man. You
So yeah, Squints has had a Nintendo Switch for years, and they just don't play it. The
it
kids don't play
had dust on it, man.
Yeah, so we got he got the 2K was on sale for like $10, and he got the 2K22.
How is NBA 2K22 for Nintendo Switch only $9.87?
Because the digital they can sell cheaper, but it's because the season's about to be over, so they always discount the games. And 2K comes out September every year, so the 23 is going to be out in a few months. I guess that's why they do
That makes a lot more sense now that you broke it down like that. Yeah, I haven't even started that yet. I downloaded it the other day and it said it took how long? It's like 8.5 hour download.
What Broadway? Did you play the Nintendo and shit back in the day?
Hell yeah.
What was you on the most when you was because we're all roughly the same age? Was you on the Sega or was you on Super Nintendo more?
Super Nintendo or Sega.
Who the fuck played Sega?
I played both, but like I played Super Nintendo more. It had better games.
Name one iconic game for Sega other than Sonic.
That's it.
That's just on Sega. I'm gonna be honest. I can't because I just played mainly sports games and they were on both consoles. But I will say this. I'll say this.
None.
Madden was way better for Sega than it was for Super Nintendo. I don't know. Why.
Okay. There you
But
go.
that's as far as a regular game, original game. You can't name it. Mario had Super Nintendo on lock.
Oh, I hear that. We gotta turn that down.
It's
I hear that.
loud.
Yeah, hang on. I'll cut this out.
Yeah, that's dope.
All right, my bad. We're back. Yeah, I had to step away. The volume on the game was a little loud, so had to fix that. That TV's a piece of shit, bro.
You good? We was talking about
looks
Super
good.
Nintendo, Sega, and what the cool thing is too, like I was telling Broadway, like this Switch that we got, like you can play the old Super Nintendo and Nintendo games on it, which is going to be really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. And you can play 64 too, but you got to pay for like an expansion pack, and we haven't got that far yet.
I didn't really play 64 that good.
Man, I didn't either. Everybody was on GoldenEye, tough.
GoldenEye and Mario 64, man. Mario 64 is a instant classic.
The only two games that I really played like crazy was the 2 wrestling games. You remember the wrestling games that came out for those?
There's an NWO versus WCW.
Yeah, and there was WrestleMania like 2K or something.
So
Those were the shit. They only were for 64.
So when we brung the Switch back out here the other day, we were talking about Chad wanted to play the King Griffey game on Super Nintendo, and I have it. I have a ROM for it and everything, and I have an emulator to play it. But we want to play it on the Switch because the Switch has Super NES like built into it where you can play some of it. But the library is limited. They offer you, I don't know what, Chad, 30, 40 games you can play.
I think Super Nintendo's a little more than that, but yeah, it's the sports games. There's none on there,
right? And it's like the Star Fox and fucking Mario All Stars and like all that classic F-Zero, classic fucking SNES games. But the King Griffey Jr. Baseball is not on there. Neither is NBA Jam, which is shitty.
Yeah.
But I was looking into
NBA Jam.
Make sure you're on that mic.
Yeah, that's definite. NBA Jam is definitely on.
You can bring it to you too. It'll come wherever you want to be. Just make sure you're on it.
You definitely got to have NBA
There you
Jam.
go. We were talking about getting the arcade out here before we put the Switch out here.
Which one?
Like NBA Jam arcade, like the
Hell yeah.
arcade game.
But what's crazy is, I mean, for the price you pay for that one, you can get you an emulator and have every game ever on it and put it out here and buy a TV.
Emulators are the way to go.
Yeah.
The arcade is dope though.
Because you can get a 32-inch TV for $100 now.
Right. And what's crazy is that whatever size that is, that's a big TV, dude. That's a plasma TV.
Yeah,
and
it's old school.
That thing hasn't been plugged up in 2 years.
Bro, everything you using here today, you said that had dust on it last 6 months or something like that.
Yeah, that TV has not been, because we've had no reason to plug it
the
up.
TV, your watch, everything you keep on saying.
The Switch.
The Switch, yeah. The Switch had dust on it for real. But I'm glad the game's out here, though. It's dope to sit over there to see the game going now. And now we can start putting money on them games and shit. That'd be fun.
What's funny, too, when we were talking about the game stuff the other night, there was a couple games I was telling Squints about, and I was like, man, I wish I could play one of them. And then I got on YouTube, and I just watched a walkthrough of somebody playing it. And I was like, I don't even need to play it no more.
Yeah, that gets your fix.
Because, like, dude, those games back then, like, when I watched a dude play this one game and he beat it in 25 minutes. Well, now it's like 25 hours you have to play a game to beat it on, like, the new, you know what I mean? And back then, it was 30 minutes and you was done with it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But you couldn't save your progress, so you had to beat it in one try.
Did you play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out?
I have
No, but I think it's on that, ain't it?
It is on that.
Yeah.
That's on that.
No
we
way
can play
anybody's beating it in 25 minutes. There's no way.
There's no way anybody's beating Tyson nowadays. I can't beat Tyson.
Nah, I can't.
I used to be able to get to like the final like bosses where it would redo all the bosses again, where it's just the bosses and then Tyson. And I would get to like the second boss, I think, and I think there's 4 and then Tyson. Don't hold me to that, but I could never beat
Sound
Tyson.
about right.
I never played Tyson's Punch-Out. All my friends did, and I watched them play it. But
Same with Super Punch-Out on SNES. Same shit. You can't beat that shit. I couldn't beat that shit. I used to be a fucking gamer. I used to be able to beat Mario Brothers 1, the first Mario, in one man.
That's what they need now is a boxing game. They don't really have boxing anymore.
They don't. That's very so here's a fun fact. I do have a new boxing game on the Oculus. I have an Oculus and I never play it. It also has dust on it. But I have a boxing game for that. I haven't even played it yet.
Who's on the game?
It's Creed is the boxing game.
oh yeah, great movie.
2 or
They need a
something.
new game with like new boxes.
Yeah, because Fight Night was killing it there for a while.
Fight Night, dude, Knockout Kings.
Knockout Kings was fire. Is that what? Isn't that what turned into Fight Night?
Yeah. Knockout Kings was it though. Knockout
for
Kings
sure.
was a shit. But yeah, Fight Nights were dope. But then they kind of tailed off. It's like the UFC games. When the UFC games first came out, they were dope.
Yeah, think about the new one with like Javante and Errol Spence and Bud Crawford and all that shit.
Bro,
as hell.
tons of them, dude. And think about the extra characters. Like when you start doing like extra shit and you could like unlock people and all that. Think about all the celebrity people that's fought in the meantime.
Yeah.
That could be like Jake Paul and shit like that. Tyrone Woodley.
They've got to be thinking about putting.
I was gonna say, surely. I mean,
that would.
It's so stupid.
Only makes sense.
It's so stupid that they don't. That's a franchise that should really be like focused on when it comes to gaming consoles.
It makes so much on pay per view. I know people will play the game. I don't understand why they don't.
Hell yeah, dude. That shit's fun. Any competitive sports game that we can sit here and play against each other and get hype about.
It's got to be licensed. Just some issue with licensing.
it's got to be. Speaking of, did you see where I don't play the game? I played it years ago, but where FIFA and EA Sports like didn't come to an agreement. EA didn't want to pay FIFA, so now they're not putting out FIFA next year. So FIFA's going to go through somewhere else. And I bet you money 2K or somebody ends up getting it.
It's gonna be trash though.
It will
Yeah, because like they said that FIFA generated over $2 billion last year just off of the Ultimate Team.
be. It's EA
purchases.
Sports. EA Sports.
No, I'm saying, but FIFA generated that for EA Sports just off the FIFA game.
Of course. No. But I mean,
But EA didn't want to pay him $350 million.
That's it. It's EA didn't want to pay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that EA didn't want to pay him no money, which is ridiculous because that's their best. I mean, they're barely hanging on to Madden. They don't have a basketball game anymore because Live was trash so many years in a row.
Terrible.
Yeah, so they just quit making Live.
It used to be the game though. Live used to be
for Super Nintendo and Sega. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and
nobody was fucking
PlayStation
with
1
anything else before that.
until 2K came out because I remember 2K came out on Dreamcast, the first one. And
Shout out Dreamcast.
Yeah, Dreamcast was dope.
Shout out to ESPN Football on Dreamcast because that was the most amazing game ever. That was the first one that you could like take your my player, and you could like hook up the crib and shit. You could like buy new couches and
Which
shit.
Which game you say?
NFL
ESPN
Football
It was
on
dope as hell.
Dreamcast. So
Wait,
dope.
It was dope on it was on PlayStation. I remember playing.
I think it was on
PlayStation.
both. Yeah,
Where you could deck your room out and shit.
yeah. They the best football game ever was the one 2K dropped with ESPN NFL 2K5 with TO on the cover. That still to this day, people buy that game. They still have that game and they use mods to update the rosters and they play that instead of Madden. Still to this day, and it's 20 years old almost.
Yeah, that's one thing I never understood about the games, the sports games. How you could just update the rosters. Why would you want to just update the rosters and not get the new software?
Well, because with that game doesn't exist anymore, and then so honestly, that game's gameplay is just as good as Madden's gameplay 15 years later because Madden doesn't change anything.
Completely understand now.
You see what I'm saying?
I was thinking about it from the wrong position, I guess. But
but I get it. But like Madden's the only thing I play, and it's so frustrating because EA doesn't change anything because they don't have to because they don't have a competitor anymore. And I was hoping 2K would get it, and then they didn't. Madden renewed for like 5 more years or something. So nobody else can use. 2K's coming out with a football game, but they can't use NFL teams or players. So it's going to be like a blitz kind of game, I think, which still may be cool.
Pause. I found where we can play NFL Blitz. I found it. Yeah. I know exactly where it's at.
Blitz was dope.
Shout out Game Terminal in Nashville. They have
been
it.
before it's dope.
They have it.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing about Blitz, bro.
Oh, he don't? Yeah, his
He's too
son.
young for Blitz.
Oh, him. I thought
Yeah.
Did you
Blitz
see
was
how
so
red
fun.
I was getting, Chad? I really thought you were issuing me a challenge at NFL Blitz, bro. When you said
don't
you
want
don't know nothing about
You
Blitz,
wouldn't want problems if that's what I was
bro.
saying.
You
Anyway.
don't want this smoke,
We can
dog.
take it to-
we
we
can
can take
take
it to
it
Terminal, though.
wherever you want. I'll let you pick my team,
Nah,
bro.
we can go to Terminal one day.
I'm down.
I never played Blitz that much. I always like more simulation. But I still played Blitz here and there. But I'm not good at Blitz.
Poor
like y'all are.
Scotty. He just bit off way more than he could chew.
Stop playing.
But I am psyched. Next year they're finally putting NCAA football back out because they got that deal where the players can get paid now. So in June of 23, they're dropping NCAA football.
So are they gonna go back
Again.
and pay everybody that they should have paid before?
Thank you.
I don't know how that works. They should, but I'm sure they won't. I'm sure it's like a.
Are they going to that, or does that mean? All right, so here's a scenario. So NCAA football comes back, and it's like it's going to sell like crazy. It's going to millions of copies within the first week, whatever. I love how we've been talking about video games for the first 10, 12 minutes of this episode. When that game drops, since of the laws with collegiate athletes and how they can capitalize and make money off their name and build a brand for themselves early, right? Does that mean that even Joe Schmo that's at East Carolina State, the punter, and does that mean he will get a check?
I mean, I don't see how. That's what I don't know how they go about doing it, but I would think that they'd get something.
The guy that has no endorsements, the guy that has made zero money off his name, the guy that's not in that position, because not all these collegiate athletes are going to just make tons of money. Like, there's going to be some that make local money, like with car dealerships and shit. Like, there's going to be ways for kids to make money, but they got to be good. They're not just going to They're not just going to invest in you, or put you as a.
There's got to be some way that they pay.
They capitalize.
They've got to give it to somebody that represents the kids on the team.
It may
They've
just go
gotta
to the
divvy up
team.
a
You think?
percentage.
Yeah,
But it has the benefit. It has to benefit that person to even. You know what I'm saying? Y'all follow what I'm saying, right? So
Yeah, but they probably just do it for the team. I bet for something like the games, and then if you sign a deal, that's something different.
then you get individual money.
Yeah, it's probably something that goes to the program.
I've been-
Either way, I'm hyped. It's for the next gen Xboxes though, which I mean, I got to get. They're not that much anymore. They went down.
What's that Rattler's kid's name?
Spencer Rattler.
Coolest name ever as a football player.
Yeah.
And he's coming back for a college year, right?
Yeah, he's coming back for another year.
The most marketable man I've ever seen as a collegiate athlete at this time. Like where we are in this world as far as paying collegiate athletes, that guy is the most marketable motherfucker I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know him.
Bruh. Chad, where does he go to school?
I can't remember.
Wow. That's so
Oklahoma,
funny.
Texas A&M, something like that.
I think it is Oklahoma. But now he is transferred, I believe. I do not think he's at Oklahoma for his senior
Why
year.
you love him so much?
His name is Spencer Rattler.
That's why.
Rattler
just
is
his
his
name,
last
is it?
name. Dude, think of that branding. If you are a star, I'm talking about this kid is the shit,
How's
bro.
he play though?
He is the shit.
That's why I
Like
just
he's
don't
the
know him. I don't
man.
know him.
Well, he was at the beginning of last year. He was like the number one prospect coming in the NFL, and he didn't have a good year this year, so his stock dropped. So he's coming back for another year.
Exactly.
So
But the man, he's been the man. He can play football.
he plays
I
for
promise
South.
you.
He is for South Carolina now. So we'll see how he
Oh,
goes.
okay. That's it. But for some reason, I've been watching things on YouTube about this guy. And I just love his brand. And we're talking about paying collegiate athletes. He's one in particular athlete I know that is getting the bag right now in more ways than one. He got like 2. When I said the car dealership, when I said that, that's where I got that example from, because I saw that Spencer Rattler when he transferred schools, the first thing he did was go to a local Dodge dealership and walked away with a Hellcat.
Yeah.
And all he has to do is say where he got it. And they took care of him.
As they should.
Yeah, that'd be nice to be in college and be somebody like that. Be a kid. Then you walk up in the NFL with everything.
You got to produce though.
Been
That's the
doing
thing.
this forever.
Got to produce.
It's the same shit they suspended and got rid of people for.
Yeah. Now it's fine.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, now everything's okay. My bad.
Yeah. It's yeah.
People had to give shit back, trophies back, because it's the same shit.
Yeah, for sure. No,
What do you do about that though?
I don't know, because like it's the same kind of thing for people that's like in jail for like weed charges, and now that weed's legal in certain states, and like people are getting that stuff's getting expunged and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
you gotta fix
yeah.
it though.
What about the random shit? We're just on some random shit. Yeah. I saw on WorldStar yesterday that theft under $1,000 in California has been decriminalized.
Bro, you could probably go up and shoot somebody in the face in California and not go to jail for it. Like they're not getting. I mean, they're not arresting anybody.
I don't know how accurate that is, but
No, I mean it's exaggerated.
And I don't
but
even know
people
if
are
this-
going them smash and grabs, and they're not getting in trouble, bro.
yeah, that's what the point
Yeah,
was.
because it's such a crazy situation out
the
there.
video
in
the
California.
video I saw on WorldStar, bro. These cats were stealing and didn't give a damn.
Yeah,
It wasn't no smash and grab. It was literally like, we're gonna grab and don't care how long it takes. We're gonna take what we need. We're not gonna exceed that $1,000, but we're gonna make out of here with it.
Speaking of that, what about this stuff with Young Thug and them, man? Have you seen this shit, Broadway?
Come out from behind that mic, bro. I can't see you much.
I mean,
Don't hide from me.
Rico. I
That
mean,
decriminalized shit before you keep on.
Yeah.
Decriminalized shit
That's extreme.
that's super extreme.
bro,
Under
it's-
$1,000. So what did you see them doing though? You say you saw. a video.
They were in like a Walgreens,
let me
right?
just, yeah, bro. Just, I mean,
It was.
running in
Did
there
you see the?
30 day.
Did you
I've
see the
seen
clip?
multiple videos.
So
of those.
the clip that I saw in particular was 3 people, and they were in like a Walgreens, and they had the glass. It was like one of the shelves that everything in it was locked up, right? Maybe like prepaid phones or you know what I'm saying? Like it was something like that. It was something locked up, and they literally walked up to it, broke it, and took everything in it and left.
They couldn't do that here.
And while they were doing it, the guy was just recording them, saying, "You're going to jail. Cops are on the way. You know, we see you."
that's
blah,
all
blah,
we could.
blah."
That's all we could do at Best Buy when people did that. You know, I mean, because they'll just
So is
mace
it
you
on-
or shoot you. if
Is
you
it
don't.
only at businesses or is it on like theft of property, like personal property too?
That's a good point. I don't know. That's a good. That's a
I
good
don't know, it's
question.
crazy, bro. But I mean, like the California is so crazy because like the homelessness problem there is insane. Like they said,
But like Scotty said, though, that's extreme. When you
crazy.
decriminalize something,
no,
that's
for sure.
that is a crime. Like that's a crime.
Yeah,
Like smoking pot, bro, and decriminalizing weed. That's one thing. Like that's
That doesn't bother anybody else. It doesn't intrude on anybody.
it's not
invasive at
taking.
all.
It's not evasive, exactly. But when you start talking, it's okay to steal things
I
as
just
long
think
as it's
that
below
they're so
$1,000.
short-handed.
That shit
Yeah.
is crazy.
yeah, they're so short-handed, bro. It's crazy. It's like some like Escape from New York type shit out there.
Purge. That's what I think about.
Yeah, I mean it's wild. California, like you know, a lot of the podcasts that we watch, those comedians that lived out there moved to like Texas or Nashville or Colorado, wherever they moved, and that's why, because the taxes are super high there, and then on top of that, the homelessness is like insane. Like there's just
crime rates are just crazy.
Yeah, it's just
they're
bad.
like, we'll just make some shit decriminalized and make the crime rate go down because it should be illegal.
I just hope
And
the
all they can do is
homelessness.
sue you if they catch you or something.
Yeah, I hope the homelessness problem doesn't get like that here in Nashville downtown. Like, you know, with it getting so big.
It's gonna you get a big city, you're gonna get big city problems, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, this is a big city, all right.
Hell yeah.
But going back to the Young Thug stuff though, man. That's
Young
that's
Thug.
just wild. Because I was talking to Leroy about it last night, and it's not federal RICO charges, but it's state RICO charges. He said
Young Thug's in trouble.
he's in big trouble, dog. Because they
Poor Gunna. I think Gunna has been kind of dragged into it, just trying to be cool. I think Gunna is the one that I kind of feel sorry for Gunna a little bit, just because
a lot of people are saying he snitched.
he has snitched in the past.
Yeah,
That's a proven thing.
so they're saying that he, you know,
There's everybody. I'm not putting it out there. Like the guys, like Google that Gunna snitching on.
Yeah,
YouTube.
and I'm just going
There's a
off of
whole
what- yeah.
backlog story of
For
that.
sure.
He has snitched on fucking camera before, like without a doubt. And nobody ever said anything about it, and except 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine was like, I snitched. What about Gunna? Gunna snitched too, and nobody even paid it no attention. But Gunna did snitch.
but Thug, man, they went back and tied him to a rental car that got used
Thug
in a
is
shooting.
a fucking boss. Like on some bad shit. He's a boss.
Yeah, but not in a good way.
Not in a good way.
I mean, because on top of like
they have
those charges, they raided his house and found pounds of weed and guns, and he's a felon.
Yeah, but the fact they have taps from people asking him permission for murder.
Yeah, they tied him to the. You remember when Lil Wayne's tour bus got shot up? They tied him to that, bro. Did you see that?
But there's two individuals on a
Crazy,
on a
dog.
jail phone tap asking Young Thug for permission to kill someone,
Yeah, dude.
and Thug grants them permission to carry out that. task.
That's wild shit. And then you see that paper. You know that the lady that's going through and doing all this stuff, that's done the announcements and stuff. You saw on their sheet, the next group that they're going after is 4 Pockets Full. Did you see that shit too?
Nah, man. This all just seemed like a big ass spoof to me.
I thought it was too, bro. But I mean,
No, dude.
they're legit.
I know it's real, but this all
It's
just
real.
seemed like a spoof.
It's like a movie, like in Goodfellas
Yeah,
when they get took down or some shit, dog.
I've heard. I don't know how long Thug's been relevant out here. A long time. I mean, straight up.
I've never just.
But I've never been a huge fan.
Neither, dog.
But I have
his
for
vibes
years, ever since like he started wearing dresses and shit, and
Yeah,
everybody started
stepped
making fun
away.
of him. I remember during that time, and I just remember being amongst that conversation where people be like, "Yeah, you know, he may dress funny, he may act funny, he may do this funny type shit, but he's about that real shit. Like he was with that shit, and he was like someone that." You had to go through to make things happen, blah, blah, blah. Like, I've heard these stories.
Outside of all of that, I fucked with Thug's music before I even saw what he looked like or how he dressed or anything. I don't even care about none of that. But before that, I thought his music was dope.
Yeah.
But bro, have you heard them? Like, have you listened to him? Have you really listened to his music?
Absolutely.
Like,
Not a Thug fan at all.
you think it's fair that
I
they're
don't
using
like that
his
kind of
lyrics
shit.
against him? Because I mean,
Yes.
Yeah, that's how they're doing that.
I
for
do
sure.
think that's fair.
you think that's fair?
And that may sound real bitch of Squints to say that right now in this day we live in.
I believe so.
The shit he says is stupid.
The shit everybody says is stupid. If
But-
you choose to indict him over the lyrics, then you got to do that to everybody.
I get that.
for sure.
I totally get it. But what the way he says it, you know what I mean? There's ways to put that kind of material out here, man. We know this. Everybody at this table's done music for years. And you've recorded tons of people,
That's why I said it sounded like a spoof, though, bro.
right?
If you've heard the music, you think it's a spoof.
I totally get it. But it's more about that YS whatever, the YSL shit, right?
Yeah, I'm reading it now. That's what I'm doing on my phone.
It's just more than that. It's just on some gang shit, bro.
You should
In Atlanta.
listen to the one of the verses they said they're using against him, bro.
I have not heard the verses. I do not know. I like what the 1090 Jake. There it is. Shout out 1090 Jake, realest in the game. I watched his video. That's what I literally was waiting on for that case. Because I don't really dig it deep into that kind of shit and about who's telling on who and what's happening and all that kind of shit. I wait on 1090 Jake to report about that shit. I watch it and I go off that because he's factual. That he gets paid a bag to do what he does, and he put it in light for a lot of it for me. That's where I realized like, oh shit. And Thug's facing 20.
Once you start rapping, man, or doing that, bro, you gotta change your life. You gotta quit shit you doing, bro.
Yeah,
right?
I watched it. Did you ever follow Pistol on IG?
Yeah, I follow Pistol.
Pistol be doing some dope ass like real type like videos.
Yeah.
He was talking about the same thing, bro.
Bro, you can't do shit, bro.
Yeah, it's exactly what he said. When he started rapping, he started doing shit with rapping. He stopped doing everything street related.
Yeah, you got to change the way you move, man.
Completely, bro. You gotta be a completely different.
You got to leave
dude,
that street shit alone. And if you're tapped into the streets, that's where, okay, so rappers make it. The ones that we see, like mainstream, will swear to you that they're tapped into the streets. Thug probably would always say that up to this point. But it seems like there's just a moment with Thug where he just changed, bro. And it was like, where I was like, where does he get the bread from? Because he don't have the hit records. He does not have.
He's got the streams though, bro.
Records, man.
He does.
He's got
Help
the
me
streams.
out.
Yeah, he's got the streams, bro.
But
His streaming is legit.
And it's not just his show money.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's probably got writing
I'll shut
credits.
up. I'm not gonna say anything then.
But I'm saying he's not like up there with like Drake or nothing. But like,
okay, but gifting people Richard Milles.
I mean,
Yeah, I can believe that.
Really?
Yeah,
Gifting people fucking $300,000 watches?
that's a lot of money circulating, bro. It's a lot
bro,
of
Young
money
Thug's got
circulating.
26 million monthly listeners on Spotify, dog.
But they said he has a net worth of $8 million.
Bro, they say
We know that's not accurate.
You got to think Way
probably
Too
got 8
Sexy's
million.
got 350 million streams on Spotify, and he's part of that song. So that's, dude's got some legit. He's got multiple songs with Drake. He's probably got writing credits for other stuff. But keeping on that, where he got locked up or whatever, his lawyer's trying to get him released on bond because of, they said
They ain't giving him bond.
the inhumane way they got him sitting in jail. It said it's like a dungeon type shit, and
He ain't getting bond.
no, they're not. But that's what they're trying to do.
He's been denied bond like 3 times, I think, over the past like 4 days.
So you got him that's locked up. Gunna's locked up. Pooh Shiesty's just got 5 years. You see that? Somebody else just got arrested too.
Who's the dude in jail that they were trying to kill? YFN Lucci.
YFN Lucci. That's another thing they tied him to.
Yeah. Said that, and YFN Lucci's recently been stabbed while in
This
prison.
shit sound like a spoof, bro.
It is what it is.
I know, but it sounds crazy, bro. Like,
It is crazy. What's crazy to me is how it just comes out of nowhere.
It's not out of nowhere, bro. They act like the hip hop police don't exist, bro. And I don't
Yeah,
for
they
sure
they exist.
Bro,
This is proof that they're all over the shit. They said they've been following all this shit for, it's been its own operation
bro,
and
the
shit.
FBI is everywhere, bro.
No, for sure.
So if he got that many people working for him, he had the FBI working for him. He had all
Oh,
people working for him.
they have already said numerous times that there is an inside informant.
Yeah, for sure.
Always a snitch.
Of course, it's a plant. Somebody they planted in there. Were you familiar with Lil Keed at all? The dude that just died.
No.
Who?
Dude from Atlanta on Young Thug's label, Lil Keed. He got killed. He's 24 years old. He died yesterday.
How'd he get killed?
I don't know if it's released.
He's on
yet.
Thug's label.
That's what it says. It died early Saturday morning at the age of 24, according to his brother, Lil Goddard's verified Instagram page. Was born in Atlanta with ties to the same Cleveland Avenue neighborhood as Young Thug. Cause of death has not been released. But he was 24 years old, bro. I don't know. I've heard a couple of his songs. I'm not, but I just saw that this morning, and then and it just ties into the Young Thug thing.
Well, when I watched the 1090 Jake thing, and we can watch it at the break if y'all want to before we come back on. It's real informative, and it's from a different perspective because 1090 Jake, yeah, he's certified, but he makes me think that Thug's going away for a while.
Bruh, they tied him into the rental car with the murder, and then
Yeah.
trying to shoot Wayne's van up, and
Yeah, the Infinity, the
don't know, bro.
the car,
I
the
remember
car
when that
rental,
happened, though.
the car rental though, like you said, Broadway. There's shit you gotta leave alone when you get to a certain when you reach a certain level of success. There's got to be a time to either grow
Bro,
up or
fuck
leave
the
this
car
shit alone.
rental. The car rental is cool. I'm not saying it's cool, but I'm just saying like it.
Why the fuck?
I'm just saying you can explain the car rental,
and that
It's
was
just
24. That was 2014. so
Why
that's-
are
saying-
you renting cars in
Not
your
just-
name?
This is what I'm saying. I'm just saying you can explain the car.
No.
I'm just talking about all the other shit you're doing.
Yeah. I get it.
You know what I'm saying? That
My pause was when they said that there was a car, you know, like you said, there's ways out of that.
Yeah, you can
If somebody
explain that
stole
away,
it, somebody
man.
took
Fuck
it,
that.
whatever. But the fact that Young Thug booked a car in his name.
But in
how-
2014,
The
he
fact
wasn't
that
popping
was
like
really
he's popping
talking
now.
to somebody on a jail phone is the part that is a spoof to me. I don't believe he really would.
Yeah, I'd have
Like
to
call
hear
it,
that.
call
Fucking
like be Godfather.
Yeah, that don't make fucking sense. That sounds like a movie.
Like, oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's off with his head.
That shit sounds crazy.
But no, 2014, Thug was just getting really started. I mean, he wasn't popping like he is now, and he probably just wasn't thinking like that. I mean, to be
That was
honest,
2014.
I think that's what it said when the rental car thing, and there was somebody committed a murder in that rental car.
Dude, it's 2022. That's 8 years ago. Like,
Yeah, that's
But that's what I'm saying. He was just really getting popping back then.
his
That's what I'm
music
saying.
was
Like
so
so when.
dope, his music was dope back then too.
No, yeah, that's
That
when
shit was crazy.
Is that when they were doing the whole thing, the barter series with him kind of
Rich
replacing
Gang
Wayne?
shit, yeah, kind of, yeah. It was a little bit before then. It was
Rich Gang.
Rich
Yeah,
Gang shit.
Rich Gang.
Well, the Lil Key dude, I just looked him up. He had over 2 million monthly listeners on Spotify. He got signed with Lil Baby, and I mean, I didn't know who dude was, but
But you said that the hip hop police going to who next?
no, on that sheet where it says 4 pockets full because they're going after crews that they say are street gangs, and that's what they said Young Thug's YSL thing was.
And now they're going off 4PF.
That's what it showed on the documents. I mean, people are it's been all over like
I see it. I mean, that's
yeah.
shit.
So
Come on,
hopefully
man.
not, but I mean. You know, and Baby was tied right in there with Gunna and Thug a lot, so I don't know. I hope not, because
Baby
he's
and
my
Gunna.
favorite artist right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean,
I
don't
could
know,
see,
bro.
I could see it, man. I mean, them guys, all them type of dudes run different.
And you can tell Baby was about that because if you watch his old Breakfast Club interviews with him and Coach, when Coach K was on there, and his story about how he was in jail and didn't even want to rap or make music or nothing, and then he just started doing it because everybody just told him to do it, and it was kind of like it was kind of like when we was talking with Trap.
I think it's really crazy when we break down how really street influenced some of our mainstream rappers are. Think about that for a second. Like we just talked about Thug doing some Godfather type shit, if that's the case, right?
I don't know, bro.
But
I mean,
then
I'm not-
listen, now you got Lil Baby on the same type docket, or supposedly, right? But then think about like NBA YoungBoy and his crew, and then think about Dirt. His crew.
It's just that's what I'm saying. I don't understand. These dudes are making money hand over fist, dog. Leave that stuff alone, man.
For real.
You know what I mean?
That's what I don't understand.
Like you were saying, you just got to move
different.
That's why you're doing that. I thought to get out of that. You know what I mean? But sometimes maybe it's. I mean,
look,
I'm sure
I
it's
said
not
Lil
easy.
Durk. You know what I heard Lil Durk say the other day? I heard him say that he has 6 Drake records right now.
I'm sure, bro. I mean, that's.
You know, he said, "No, we keep them, bro. As soon as we start, hey, bro. As soon as the smoke starts dying down, fire that bitch right back,
Bro, and his great grandkids are gonna eat off of that, dog.
He already knew it. It was on the what's it called podcast where he's got all them people with him, and he brung $1 million in cash and all that stupid shit. $1 million worth of game.
Well, speaking of that podcast too, if you go back and watch clips, Wallow is sitting there with Thug when they had that Thug on the episode and all the people in the studio. Wallow's telling him all the stuff that he don't need to be doing, and it all is relative to what got him in trouble.
Yeah.
About how you need to stop trying to be this kind of. He was trying to give him game then. This was, I don't know, 6-7 months ago when they did that episode.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You watch that podcast, any?
I've seen it a little bit. I haven't seen that episode.
You listen to any podcast regularly?
Regular, this one for sure.
Ah, good answer.
Hell yeah.
I listen to
You listen or watch?
Mike Tyson's podcast.
Man, I need to.
Can't.
Yeah, his voice. It's hard,
can't.
it's hard to listen to.
If
sometimes.
somebody I want to see is on it, I can do that.
Yeah.
But I can't do week after week episode. I can't, especially if once they took what's his name off? Evan. What was it? His co-host last year and every year before was Eben. His name's Eben. I know that. And he's a huge guy. He used to play in the NFL, and he talks like this right here. It's the greatest voice ever. But they took him off the show when Hotboxing signed to a new network and got the new guy. And the new guy's no
I
thanks.
still watch it though.
Do you?
Yeah,
I ain't mad at you. I mean, everybody's got to pick your point.
it's popular.
I'm
what
a
I mean?
boxing fan, so that's.
Right.
Yeah, it's
I
popular
love
for
Tyson.
sure.
And I don't really get to listen to a lot of podcasts or watch a lot of shit anyway. So.
I watch usually, but I listen a lot.
Who you listen to?
Who do I listen to? I usually listen to Flagrant 2 with Andrew Schultz and Akash Singh. I listen to that regularly. I listen to Bradley Martin, Raw Talk. I listen to Full Sin, of course. The Y&K podcast with Stud and them. I listen to a lot. I listen to King and Sting.
Yeah, I have so many. That's all I do is listen to podcasts, dog. I listen to so many.
Same. I constantly. Ever since, especially since we started the show, like podcast ruled my.
I would say 75% of the stuff I intake entertainment wise is podcast.
Yep.
The other 25% is
It's
movies.
Chad.
We're like, yeah. I mean, outside of the stuff we're doing, like,
Yeah.
I'm watching podcasts, and then I'll take a little, part here and there and watch movies and shit because I love movies. But podcast, bro.
One shit.
Do what?
Taylor Lewan, his shit.
Yeah. Bust with the boys for sure,
I've
dude.
been watching that.
Yeah, that one's great.
Great one. Yeah, the one with Burt Kreischer is unbelievably insane. His stories are just insane. But
I listen to a lot. I find myself all over the place. Even like Logan Paul, Impulsive. I catch myself listening because they have great guests, so I catch myself listening to them a lot.
Yeah.
I'm
I
all
just
over the
can't.
place.
I can't get into Rogan's really too much unless he has comedians on there, because when he has scientists and stuff on there,
It gets deep.
it's hard for me to keep up.
It's either
know what I'm
politics,
saying?
politics
It used to be a
too. I
better
can't.
show to me. Like a while ago,
I think when it went to Spotify, it don't hit the same.
I got you.
Agreed.
You know
I
what I'm
quit
saying?
watching it.
Yeah.
About a year ago, I was like,
Which is about when he went to Spotify. So that it's just different. It's just different now. And his episodes are so long, man. They're like 5 hours sometimes. I'm like,
Totally agree.
you kind of got to.
I stopped listening to Rogan when we started doing this show. To be real, I didn't have time for Rogan. Rogan shit's long as fuck.
Yeah, but
There's
some
a lot.
of the guests I will tune in for, but I can't. It's not one that I watch regularly like I used to. I used to watch them all the time.
Here, let's take a break real quick. Let's hit the sponsors because this is a great conversation. We've been here 40 minutes, fellas, minus the probably 6 or so that we had some bullshit going on. But
What we'll do too is throw Nail in the Coffin video in there too.
yes, let's do that now. If y'all haven't seen it, here's we'll say what's up to the sponsors, and then we'll hit y'all with Chad's new video, Nail in the Coffin.
Yep.
And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk to Scottie Broadway and a little bit, and got a couple other topics we want to cover with you guys. So sit tight, enjoy the video. We'll be right back.
Hell yeah, dude.
Got to give a huge shout out to my man Mark Gray over at South Nashville Heating and Cooling. They are a new sponsor here at the show, and we're glad to have him aboard. He's a longtime supporter of Show Improve Entertainment and a longtime supporter of Chad Arms and Squints, and now is a full-time supporter of the I Got Some Shit to Say podcast, which we fucking love. Yeah. They specialize in like quiet HVAC systems and those kind of things, along with any of your HVAC needs.
Mark and him get you good. Mark and him's the plug on the HVACs, man.
Been that way too.
For sure.
Yeah,
I'll let you
again,
boy.
huge shout out to
Throw him up there.
South Nashville Heating and Cooling Company. That's expert design, quality installation, superior service since 1985. Y'all see the name, y'all see the number. Y'all see the website. Go check it out.
1980. Look here, 1985. That is almost 40 years.
Yeah. Shout out to those guys, man. They know what they're doing.
Shout out to Mark Gray, man. South Nashville Heating and Cooling Company.
Show improvement, the hell with the talking. I ain't picking up a list, it's a profit. Had him winning, I ain't taking no losses. To them haters, is a nail in the coffin. Show improvement, the hell with the talking. Hey, hell with the talking. I ain't picking up a list, it's a profit. Had him winning, I ain't taking no losses. Show improvement, the hell with the talking. I ain't picking up a list, it's a profit. Had him winning, I ain't taking no losses. To them haters, is a nail in the coffin. Show improvement, the hell with the talking. Hey, hell with the talking. I ain't picking up a list, it's a profit. I'm at here winning, I ain't taking no losses. Every single day I wake up and get it. Time is money, better watch how you spend it. I give the people what they think they've been missing. Cooking classics when I'm up in the kitchen. Got Fieri when your boy get to whipping. Stay with dough just like a bucket of biscuits. Talking greasy like a bucket of chicken. I'm calculating how to double the digits. Talking money, what it do, baby? Said it back to act a fool, baby. When it comes to me and my team, I don't play them games, this ain't Tomb Raider. I been steady on the move, baby. Better keep up or you gonna get left. 20 years of the grind shit, now they finally seeing I'm one of the best. So improvement, the hell with the talking. I ain't picking up a list, it's a profit. Had him winning, I ain't taking no losses. To them haters, is a nail in the coffin. Show improvement, the hell with the talking. Hey, hell with the talking. I ain't picking up a list, it's a profit. Had him winning, I ain't taking no losses. Show improvement, the hell with the talking. I ain't picking up a list, it's a profit. Had him winning, making. Thinking differently, you sadly mistaken. I got it wrapped just like a pig in a blanket. Put money down on me, then you can bank it. Shit on every track and leave that bitch stinking. Gon' keep going, y'all ain't stopping the raining. One of the goats and you cannot debate it. One of a kind and you cannot replace me. Peanut butter, I'm smooth, baby. You can't walk in my shoes, baby. Everything that I say is real. This is not a show, it ain't Room Raiders. This ain't really nothing new, baby. I've been killing shit for a minute. 20 years of the grind shit. Man, fuck a handout, I go at it. So improvement, the hell with the talking. I ain't pigging the balance, it's a profit. Had him win and I ain't taking no losses. To them haters is a nail in the coffin. So improvement, the hell with the talking. Hey, hell with the talking. I ain't pigging the balance, it's a profit. Had him win and I ain't taking no losses. So improvement, the hell with the talking. I ain't pigging the balance, it's a profit. Had him win and I ain't taking no losses. To them haters is a nail in the coffin. So improvement, the hell with the talking. Hey, hell with the talking. I ain't pigging the balance, it's a profit. I'm at here winning, I ain't taking no losses. Yeah.
It's I got shit to say to podcast, man. We're back, man. Me and Chatty Baby sitting here with
Get him, Broadway.
Scottie Broadway.
Just call me Scotty, baby.
Scotty, baby.
Scotty, baby.
So Scotty's been with us before. We went on a random rant about random shit for the first half, so we'll settle in and focus on some things here. Scottie Broadway's back with us after how long? When was the last time you were here? He's been with us before. What episode was that, Chad?
23.
23. And this is episode 73.
Yeah, he was up at episode 23. It was like, I think I looked it up. It was November 15th. It was Plain Jane is what we call the episode.
Great episode.
We were talking about Jordan. Remember we were talking about Jordan because he was episode 23.
Yeah, and that ended abruptly because I'm an idiot. Remember?
That's right, because we were going to play some songs of old Broad Whistles.
We played one. We played one on your. He said, "What happened?" Meaning you've never watched it. But
I don't remember what happened.
It played the first song, Plain Jane. It played. Right, we got to debut Plain Jane, and we were going to come back. And when we came back, we let the song play through, and then we just finished. Right. And we said we were just going to cut and come back. Well, after the song played, the music continued to play, and it played on my iTunes. So it starts playing like Drake and fucking just random records.
You don't even hear us.
And then I had to come back and record it again.
Yes, correct. So, and then that I don't even think we put out.
No, we came back. Yeah. This time we're one take Jaking it though.
Yeah, this is one take Jake.
This is the 700th time Broadway's tried to come over with podcast stuff.
Yeah,
and it's gonna go right.
But that goes to show you how much I consider him family. That's my guy
for sure, man.
Fun fact: Broadway's one of the only people I can call on this planet. He will always answer the phone, and when he does, the first thing he says, "You all right?"
Yeah,
real shit.
That's real shit for sure.
Real shit. That's my guy. But we brung him here today. I called him. We had a 2:00, and like I said, I talk to him all the time. And we had a 2:00 that canceled on us, and whoever that is, whatever. But I needed Broadway to come through, and I had every aspiration of reaching out to him in the next couple of days to have him come through. Because the other day, me and Chad Arms received a text from Mr. Broadway, and Scotty sent us a text that said that he is having an album release party here in these Nashville city streets. And when does that happen, Mr. Broadway?
It's gonna be Friday.
Friday, the 20th of May.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So this is going to
16th.
This is going to come out today. Will be Monday.
Yep.
May 16th. So that means Friday night at Cabana. Where's do we know the address off the top of your head? No.
9-1 Bell Court.
You can throw. You got the flyer for it. You can just throw the flyer.
I'll throw the invite flyer right here. Yeah. But he sent us an RSVP for the Scottie Broadway album release party, which excited me immediately because it means our guy's finally going to release some of this music we promised y'all about in November. Because episode 23 was in November, and that's when we were telling y'all that Broadway was about to smack y'all across the face with some heat. Now it seems like those days are upon us.
Did you end up making it an EP, or is it a full album?
That's a full project now.
Oh, hell yeah. What's it called?
It's called Broadway Musical.
Oh, that's dope. Dude.
Genius, too.
How many songs?
16.
Features?
Yeah, I got 3.
Who?
Cocoa Boss.
Shout out Cub.
Oh, shut up, Cub. Shout out Cub. Sorry, I can't
Chad
talk.
Arms told you shut up, not me.
No, I didn't.
Cub needs to pull up. He knows it. For sure. I've been in talks with Cub. Who else?
Trapper Man Dale.
Shout out to Trap, one of my favorite rappers.
And Ego Ruffin.
Okay.
Boom.
Dope. Super dope.
Shout out Ego, man. We need to get him to pull up too, man.
Really do.
I'm a fan of his, dog.
Yeah, and anytime y'all hear us say, if y'all don't know who we're talking about, when we say pull up, y'all will be fans too when we're done with
Yeah,
it.
Ego's dope, man. I first heard of Ego through Bezel Gang.
Very talented person.
Yep.
Y'all been working together for years, right? A number of years, right?
For sure. Yeah,
Dope.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the song that's got Ego on it is the part-time.
Yep,
Bruh. That's my favorite one I've heard.
Chad just got very excited. That sound for our listeners
That
and watchers.
shit is fire, dog. That's my favorite thing you've done so far that I've heard.
Yeah, luckily with the relationship we have with Scotty, he has blessed us with a few of these tracks early.
Yeah, man, that's just a hit, dude. I was telling Mel that when I first got it from him, or got it from Scotty. I can't remember how I got it, but I let her hear it, and I was like, "This is a hit," because she loves
I
Plain
think you
Jane.
got it over here when I got it. Like the second time he
probably
came
so.
through, he gave us a bunch of records. And I just shared them to you.
She loves Plain Jane. We both do. And
Plain Jane's the one.
Yeah.
Love
But then that one, that's another one, bro. That could be an easy B-side. I don't even say B-side because that's an old school way of saying it, but that's a hitter for sure.
It.
And any of the fans of the show, this is the same Broadway that y'all have heard. We speak this guy's name so much. Like it just comes up in random conversations amongst the greatest to do it producer wise around here for a number of years. You've got accolades for years for that shit alone. And then the Scottie Broadway stuff comes up still occasionally now because we've continuously just thrown warnings out there that you've got heat stashed away and that the world's about to really get a taste of Scottie Broadway. But the best conversation, like when Fate and Paper came through here and they spoke on Broadway, that's the type of conversations that I value most of this kid because he's literally one of the most talented people that's probably been on this show. Mm-hmm. And that's like across the board because he's been a super producer, a must go to, a man you have to fucking work with.
Yep.
From a hip hop aspect for every year in existence I've had on this planet, knowing what I've, being in this type industry or whatever you want to call my role. Right. Mm-hmm. But now he's giving y'all his artistic side of it. Mm-hmm. And he has hit us with Scottie Broadway rather than just Broadway. Mm-hmm. And I don't say this because he's my brother, or my close homie. I really don't. Like, he is a very talented person. His whole family is a very talented family when it comes to this music shit. But to hear you finally start dribbling that ball enough to be creative enough to put what was going to be an EP together back in November. Mm-hmm. And now here it is May. And now you're talking about an album.
Yeah.
The world's never had a Broadway album, never along a Scottie Broadway album.
Yeah.
And if y'all are still unfamiliar, like we said, this is episode 23. We've acquired a lot of fans in 50
73.
episodes. 70. Well,
he was on 23.
He was on 23.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in 50 episodes, we've acquired a lot of fans that may be unfamiliar with episode 23.
Sure. Yeah.
But if you got a taste of episode 23 and you heard the record we debuted on that episode, nobody had heard the record yet, right? It was like a debut type scenario for us. And you can still go back and listen to it now.
I will put the link to that episode in the comments.
Right. And go listen to the lead single. That would still be the lead single.
Kind of listen to it, but that's kind of the
He
reason.
says an old version.
Yeah, just don't listen to it, really.
I knew. Shut up, man. Shut up.
Also, we got to show everybody I'm better than you too. Is that going on the album?
Ooh,
That's not going on the album.
that should be a bonus track,
It
dog.
might be on the bonus, but I don't think so. It's not going to make it.
No,
Man, that's a dope record.
That's an exclusive.
I'll probably
for-
just throw it out there just to throw
Love
it.
it.
Yeah.
And people, when we did, I remember the comments on that video at that point when people were like, dude, this is a slapper. Like, it's undeniable. That song was a hit record. We're talking about a record Broadway did as a rapper back in 2010.
Almost
or
as
some shit.
I don't want to say a joke, but like you was kind of just doing it just to do it. Right.
Watch what I can do.
Everybody was on tour, and I was at the studio.
Bored.
Yeah. That's
Not just-
I got an idea. Nobody's here to record it, vocals, so I'll just do it and then pitch the record. And he never pitched the record. He just kept the record.
Well, another fun fact too. Since when this drops the Monday, like the week previous to this episode that's out now, I dropped a 50 song ultimate collection, right? And
Tap in.
yeah, so it's stuff from 2005 until 2022. None of the new album stuff is on there. The stuff that's going on the album is not, but Breaker, Practice, these songs are on there. A lot of those older songs, Broadway produced.
Yeah, and you'll know it because you'll hear that infamous tag.
He
we've been
produced,
playing.
How Cool Am I is on there. Simeon Angel is on there. He
Squinch
produced.
record. Squinch is on there.
Out the Stunt. Broadway produced a lot of my stuff in the 2007 to 2010 time frame. A lot of the original tracks that I got was from him and Wee Wee. That's where that kind of started. But a lot of my older stuff, he did. He did most of it.
Facts.
Producing wise, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. He's been a affiliate for a long time, dude.
Yeah.
One that I valued for a long time as well. But I'm anxious for the world to really get a taste of what you got going, bro, because it's an exciting time. It was an exciting time back in November when I first heard it, but to now know you've put so much into it since then. Hit pause on it for the moment, because we had aspirations for you to drop it by end of the year. Yeah, at our original conversation about the piece. But now to call it Broadway musical,
dope.
I can't wait to see the art and shit. Because I know
is the 20th? Is that when the album's going to be on digital platforms?
Yep, it'll be out on the 20th, and party is at night.
Oh hell yeah, dude! So that when the morning of the 20th, y'all can go and stream it for sure.
Fuck yes, this is great news. So I didn't even put those two pieces of the puzzle together yet. Wasn't even thinking about it, to be honest. I'm glad you asked that, Chad, because I was more focused on the party and the fact that the EP has became an album, and wasn't even asking if the album was going to be available. You're going to have hard copies too? No,
not right now.
Not for the party either.
No, not for the party.
Gotcha. So, yeah, another thing that would be dope too at some point if you
need to get some posters together or something though.
Come through and do a visual for the album or something. Do let's go and shoot a visual.
I'm dropping in vinyl. So
that's dope.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what I would. Yeah, instead of CD, that's the way to go. That'd be cool.
Yeah, like limited edition shit. Maybe signed copies. Just do a limited press and release.
I actually may holler at you about who you went through to do that, because maybe we could do that for dedicated. That was something we've never done before.
That'd be hard.
Like limited, to I don't know, 50 of them or something. Mm-hmm. That would be fire.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I told Scottie right before we came back from our break. Shout out to the sponsors, but when we I told Scottie he was the type of artist, and like I said, if you guys ain't tapped in yet, you're going to immediately after this. You're just going to have to. But there's not really a project out there right now I don't think he couldn't feature on.
Oh, for sure.
And he needs to see that little giggle he just gave us. Like it's like funny,
but he knows
to be a
that
featured
though.
Artist. But
he's just being humble. He knows that.
Yeah, and he's one of the most humble people I know. But at the same time, you definitely have that. You have that ability right now where you're at creatively.
I'm with it. I'm around. I'm always ready to work.
Yeah, and I love that you're talking like that, because once the guys tap in, any listeners and watchers we have at this moment, like I said, when it's over, y'all tap in. Is when you hear it, you'll see what I'm saying. Like Chad's got a record that he pulled out right before we came back from the break. Mm-hmm. And Chad was like, he loves his verses, etc., and he loves the concept of the record, but he said the hook wasn't right. And as soon as he played the existing hook that's on there now, Scottie could sing that word for word and it'd be a smash record. Yeah. But if Scottie took the concept of the record and did whatever, took some of that hook or rewrote the hook or whatever the fuck he does, it's going to be a smash record. But you could do that for literally any artist out here right now. You're like I called him the CeeLo of Nashville. Stamped. You heard it from me. Yeah, stamped. Right. Hey, don't get frustrated, kid. You got plenty of lives over there, man. You gonna do this, man. I believe in you.
Yeah, he's getting on is he still on the Mario?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, that's
coolest game ever. Shout out Mario Odyssey. For sure. Yeah, shout out to our whole gaming segment for the first 10, 12 minutes.
Hey, dude, I like it, man. Everybody loves video games, dog, especially the old ones.
Everybody loves randomness.
Yeah, dude. It's just three guys shitting around, man.
Shitting around.
So, look, we can talk about this now. I know me and Broadway haven't listened to it yet, but you're very opinionated about the new album from
Kendrick Lamar. What is the name of this album?
I don't know. I can find out for you. I can pull it up.
Yeah,
me and Broadway both, because I asked Broadway when I pulled up, he was already here, if he had listened to the new Kendrick yet, and he said no, and I hadn't either. I just heard the single, which I wasn't really a fan of. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is the name of the album. Yeah.
And it's Kendrick's first sophomore album.
Yeah, and it says tracks 1 through 9 and tracks 1 through 9, so I guess it's like two projects.
Supposed to be a double disc type look.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
All of it seems cool. The years that it took from, what was it, Mad City?
Yeah, let me look for you.
I think it's been about 4 or 5 years or something since his first project. And his first project, boom, classic, instant. And it has classic records on it. Kendrick made a stamp in the game. He was, Dre's artist. He was, proclaimed to be the next great.
The last solo was 2017, because he did a lot of the Black Panther soundtrack stuff, but that wasn't a solo.
And he's danced in and out of the circle between now and that first album enough to stay relevant and enough to remind us of what he's capable of lyrically.
Damn was a great album.
Amazing.
DNA is
classic.
DNA was great, so I love that song. Yeah.
But then he comes with the new joint, Friday. I had no idea that the release date was that close. He had the week before released the first single that Chad just mentioned, and the visual.
Yeah.
The same day. The visual is absolute genius. I know there's a lot of criticism involved with that. I just think the actual visual concept of it is amazing. I think it's just great. Have you seen that, Scotty? He's literally, it's a still shot, and he's just rapping this whole song, and the face changes to OJ and Kobe, a bunch of people. I think that was dope. Nipsey, all that shit's cool. That shit's crazy.
Jesse Smollett.
Yeah, Jesse Smollett. Like I don't understand.
It's funny as hell.
Right? I don't understand why he picked the certain people that he picked at the particular moments, and then he does Nipsey, and then like goes away from Nipsey, and then comes back to Nipsey or something.
Wait a second.
Right.
The Heart Part 5 is not even listed on that's not even on the album.
The song that we heard last week
With the video, yeah, it's not even on his album. I'm looking at it.
Fun fact. I didn't know that either. But I don't follow Kendrick like that.
Well, neither do I. But I mean, I looked on the album, I didn't see it. And then it says singles, and it says The Heart Part 5, and then it's not on the album that came out.
But Kendrick's a West Coast type rapper.
I'm not really checking for Kendrick like that.
I ain't either. Yeah. But he is proclaimed one of the greats. So I'm gonna tap in just because and he definitely can rap.
No, he can rap his ass off for sure.
But that new album is fucking trash, and I'll say it. I'll say it first, and just as blunt as I can make it.
So
I listened to it twice.
Okay, so you gave it a double. So you spent 2 hours listening to it because it's an hour.
Start to finish, an hour to bitch about it and say there's got to be something in there that I was missing.
You're missing, okay.
Then I put it back on because music has that effect.
For sure. It hits
but
different.
It's Kendrick, and we ain't heard Kendrick in 5 years. It shouldn't have to grow on me.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It's like Donda.
What does that mean, though?
It's a bunch of spoken word. It's a bunch of...
See, so many people said that, but shout out B. Howard. He said the same thing on his story.
Shout out B. Howard. You get literally glimpses of the great Kendrick.
It's like he's dabbling in and out or something.
But these 5 years, that man has changed. The money's came. He has changed. He's became that proclaimed one of the greatest to do it. So now his ego is different. He's had children since. He's done things. He's probably went around. Watch yourself. Probably I can't see. His life, he's a different man now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when he spits and he's going on that shit, that it's just deep. You know what I mean? His lyricism is really the content he like packs in the verses is a lot to like really.
Is it too much right now?
It is for me. Like really, I don't get into political shit. I don't get into that kind of shit.
They said the album is very political. Like not. I mean, he touches on like
controversial topics and racism and like all that kind of stuff, and I get that, and there's a lane for that. There definitely is, but there's not. I kept waiting on that smash record from start to finish,
and you just didn't hear it. So B. Howard said the same thing, bro.
You got the track list? Let me see the track list, because there is one record in particular that stood out to me, and I played it for Kimura.
B. Howard said he kept listening for it and he said he never really nodded his head at all.
Rich Spirit. The song Rich Spirit is the one song, and it has 0 features on it. It's just called Rich Spirit. That's the one song that I wanted to listen to again when I was already pissed about the second run through. Just so y'all know.
And what's crazy is I'm sitting here looking at the track listing, and I don't know any of these features except for one feature he's got with Kodak Black of all people.
Right. And I haven't looked in depth to how much Dre production's on there.
That's what I was going to ask you next. I was trying to find that in Apple Music write up about it, but it didn't.
Yeah, Dre needs a tag at this point because there's so many sounds out there. Like so many people mimic his drums and previous sounds that you never can tell now if it's Dre or not until you read the fucking Andre Young on the damn production.
So have you heard? Obviously, you wasn't a fan of the album. Have you heard anybody else's like big hip hop? Like art, like write-ups or anything, or what is it getting critically acclaimed, or are they saying the same thing? Is everybody?
I haven't.
Yeah, you know how that goes.
Right now it's Saturday. The album came out yesterday.
That's true. Yeah,
but for y'all it's Monday. Yeah. And maybe I'm being harsh, and I'll give the Kendrick another run because I hate to give up on it that easy. And I'm sure there's a couple that's going to come out that'll grow on people and be played on the radio more or something. I don't know, but my initial response was, "Come on, man, there's got to be more."
You hard on them.
I am, but that's my role. 5 years I expect a banger.
Well, then if you didn't like it, you didn't like it.
It missed me.
Yeah.
But I know I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I've heard. Like I said, other than being, there's other few people I've said.
Logan Sport asked me. He said, "What's the difference, bro?" And I said, "Man, Kendrick went Kanye." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Bro, he's half crazy. He's too worried about what the world's gonna think and not what his fans are gonna think."
But I know some people that that loved it. So I can't, and to each his own. Like there's no wrong
stupid.
answer. They're not stupid. There's no wrong answer with music.
There's not. There's
I've
definitely
been on
not.
the fence with Kendrick.
Right.
I think he can rap. I don't mean that his albums aren't like that to me.
That proclaim thing is not a necessary title for him, is what you're saying. He's just another good rapper.
Yeah, to me.
There was a couple of singles that dropped too that I listened to that I thought were cool. I know Post Malone dropped a new single with
Banger.
Roddy Ricch.
What's the name of his
Cooped
new
Up.
album?
Post Malone.
12 Carat Toothache is the name of his new project.
Oh, yeah, I
Comes
didn't
out
know
in
that.
July.
Okay.
But the song that came out yesterday is the first single from that project.
I thought it was cool. It didn't blow me away. Like Post Malone shit, like really, I really like a lot of his shit. I really dig. I thought it was cool. I didn't really like love it or nothing. But
Fun fact, that when I heard that record though, the new Post record, that is from the content of the record and how it's put together, I'm pretty sure our guy Mike had something to do with that record. Like they co-wrote or helped write.
I mean, they hang out and stuff, so I can see that.
It's got his taste all over it. So, but I like that record. What else?
I did like the record the Baby and Moneybag drop called Wig.
I haven't heard
the
this
video's
yet.
hilarious. But
I haven't heard this
I mean, if you know the Baby, I mean, it's typical the Baby really. But I think it's fun to listen to. It ain't nothing.
But I love Moneybag Yo.
I do too. Bag's dope for sure.
I have to check that one out.
Bro, do y'all listen to or everybody talks about Icewear Vezo? Do you listen to him at all?
I don't.
Broadway?
I've heard a little bit.
Everybody keeps talking about him. Bro. I've been trying.
Coop pushes him a lot.
Yeah, I've been trying to get put up on game with him, and I don't know, bro. I just can't.
I'll have to tap in. I don't know nothing about it.
I don't know if you're gonna like, cause he's from Detroit, I think.
Him and Cub got a song that's dope.
Who?
Him and Cub.
Yeah, that's where I
Okay.
heard. I like that one, the one with Cub. That's where I first heard of him.
I'd check into that one.
And then I saw Coop, DJ Coop,
Coop rocks with
posting
his
him. But he's always in the top songs on Apple Music and stuff.
I ain't had Chad here in a couple of episodes. What about last week? Jack Harlow. Have you heard that record?
Yeah, I didn't really like the album.
Not at all.
I mean, I like some of the songs, but it's just
What about you? You hear any of
I
that?
hadn't heard it yet.
The lead single's the best record on it.
Well,
Unfortunately.
I did like the one that I like the most is the one called.
I did about the same on that 2 or 3 runs. I gave it like a 7 to 10 probably. It's
Dua
solid.
Lipa's the one I like the best.
It's solid, but I didn't save any of the records.
No, but it's
All of these just dropped, right?
Yeah.
Jack Harlow dropped a
Last
couple weeks ago.
I've been working on my shit, so I haven't been listening.
No, yeah, that makes sense though.
And Chad just takes a little time to adapt because he's so focused on his own music. But I try, but New Music Fridays, he's tapped in.
I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan of Money Man, and he dropped a new EP that I think's cool.
Oh, I have to check that out. I didn't know that.
Money Man's dude's dope, man, and he's so with the new wave as far as like, like cutting edge with like certain stuff about with the crypto and all that. He's making so much bread doing that stuff. But I like some of his stuff. I really liked Pusha T's album. Did you listen to that?
I still
one?
haven't listened to it.
Bruh,
That's been
I think
out 3
Kanye
weeks
did
now.
half of them, and then Pharrell did half of the album, I think.
Yeah, we've talked about
My
that one a
favorite
little
rapper,
bit.
but I haven't really listened yet.
Really, it's dope, bro.
I need to tap into.
I know you're not as big of a fan of Pusha as me as I am. He's cold, bro. He's cold.
So, did you guys hear that our friend Jelly Roll has the #1 rocker song in the nation right now?
And
announced.
Son of a Sinner just got into the top 30 on country radio.
Yeah, here's some fun facts. Dead Man Walking is currently the #1 song on rock radio. Period.
Yeah.
#1. Another fun fact is that Son of a Sinner is now the most added song on country radio format in the past week. Added to 76 stations nationwide.
And this was a couple weeks ago, so it probably got added, but it's in
More.
the top. It cracked the top 30 of country radio. So now he has 2 songs.
This week, he was seen on the Bobby Bones show,
Yeah.
which is absolutely
Big boy shit, though.
ludicrous to even think that our friend Jelly Roll would be on the Bobby Bones show. But it happened.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And then that all in one day, basically. Well, it was Bobby Bones and then the announcement of Jelly Roll coming home to the Bridgestone Arena
Bruh.
December 8th.
9th.
9th of 2022.
Friday, December 9th,
The poster is hanging behind Chad. We went above and beyond to purchase as many of these newspapers as we could because Jelly, in that same day, also took the front page of the Tennessean. I actually have a copy.
Yeah, and like if you're watching this, I posted a little short on YouTube with the clip.
There's our friend Jelly on the front of the Tennessean, which was one of the hardest newspapers. Any other time, if I ever needed a newspaper, I have no problem finding it. But this particular one was a pain in the ass to find.
That's why I asked you how many you had.
I have 3. One I've cut up to put on the wall. For now, we'll leave that up until the show, and then I'm going to have my friend Jelly sign it and put it up.
I'm gonna keep looking for one, but
Broadway needs one.
Worst comes to worst, you can have.
You got one for me. He can have mine. I've got one. So just give
I don't have nothing for you.
You got 3. You said one of them was mine. I thought
and then you didn't answer the phone, so I took sole possession of it, cut it up, and made one a poster.
So what do you? So you have 2 then?
I may give Broadway one.
We're gonna give Broadway.
Not because you tell me to though.
So yeah, that because Broadway did production for Jelly back in the day, dog.
Oh, tons of it.
Yeah,
tons of it. And if I wish Jelly was here to sit here and co-sign that statement, he'll tell you straight the fuck up. But
you got the poster too.
That's my guy, man.
For all, right. But for all of that to happen for our guy within 1 week, that's why I wore the Jelly merch for this episode, because I knew we'd talk.
I should have worn my Bubba shirt. I didn't think.
Oh yeah, look at the hat. Yeah. This is actually Jelly merch hat.
Yeah, that hat's fire.
If I didn't have
a watermelon head, I would definitely. If Jelly gets like custom, like new era fitteds, that would be fire.
And it matches this shirt very well. I didn't even put that together yet.
This shit crazy.
That's bananas. Crazy, that's why I had to get one to put on the wall back there, because
from street hustling to headlining is what the caption is. And the thing that's crazy is that December the 9th is isn't that crazy? That's the headline on the Tennessean Broadway.
Man, it's so funny.
Look
man,
at the whole.
You know what I'm saying? Like they have no clue.
Spread on the inside.
This shit's so wild. Like it's all seems like a spoof. But
it's like a simulation, dog.
Dope as fuck, though.
It's so dope.
Just knowing Jelly Bread from
back in the day,
back in the curly haired Jelly Bread from back when we was.
Bro, it's bananas.
From Outer Limits days.
You knew him back then too. You
known Jelly for 20 years, bro.
Yeah. 20.
This shit is crazy, bro.
I know, it's crazy, dude. Wild, and what's dope is that show at the Bridgestone. If you're not familiar with Bridgestone, it's where the Nashville Predators play their games, right, Squints?
Yeah.
At 12,000 capacity.
It will sell out Tuesday.
It'll probably sell out in a day.
Today is Monday for y'all watching and listening to this episode. Be sure to get your Jelly Roll Bridgestone tickets tomorrow at 10 a.m. because they will sell the fuck out. I promise y'all, they will sell out.
The biggest venue that he's done a show
and
at.
It will sell out tomorrow. Tomorrow. If it's Monday now, tomorrow.
And he's
tickets,
headlining
10 a.m. It's his show. There's nothing else attached to it.
Look here. I'm trying for my ticket tomorrow. If it sell out, I'm in there with a press pass, Jelly. I'm in there.
No, we'll figure it out. ChadArmesTV is definitely going to be in the building, hopefully backstage, covering this deal.
The video. So me and Chad both posted the video that Jelly posted. Like
he sent it to us.
He sent us the. I text Chad. I was like, bro, Jelly just sent me this video, and Chad immediately he sent it to me too. But that's the type of moments where we know what he's going through, and he probably sent it to 20, 30
He sent it to the team, but I mean, we're part of that squad that got him. You know what I mean? Because he wanted everybody to share it.
The fact that I was at work, and the fact that I had the text pop up and see what it was, I didn't see it on social media because I was busy at work. When he made the announcement, I was busy. I was juggling. I would have tapped in soon enough and saw it a few hours later. Real talk, I already knew about it, but to hear the official announcement was something different. And especially with the video that came out with it. But to receive that from him at that moment, bro, it almost made me emotional. And then
just like with the Ryman or with the
newspaper.
No,
that
for sure.
same evening, come home, and if you don't hear him on the radio on the way home, you see him on the front page of the newspaper.
I mean, bro, we can safely say within just over a 12-month period, okay? September of 21, Jelly headlined the Ryman, right? Did a show at the Ryman.
Yep.
November 9th, he did the show. He got on the Opry.
Yep.
December 9th, 2022, he's going to be headlining Bridgestone. Bro, who's to say that in 2 years he's not headlining in whatever the Titan Stadium is going to be called?
He could do that too.
You know what I'm saying?
He will be.
For sure. Because it's not going to, I don't know if it's going to be Nissan Stadium whenever it will be till they change it, 4 or 5 years. But, bro, that's going to be, the sky's the limit, dog. I'm proud of him. I'm so happy for him. I can't wait till December 9th.
I can't wait to see him.
We're going to have tickets for sure.
Yeah, we can't wait to see all y'all there.
Yeah.
But
Bro, put in the work. He been doing this shit.
damn right, dude.
Absolutely,
Long
though.
fucking time,
You got to
bro.
check out the Bobby Bones interview he does with them, bro, because it, like being as close as we've been to him over the years and knowing him like we have, when you watch that interview, the world can't not love him.
Dude, and let me break this down because I don't think Broadway knows this. All of the money Jelly makes from this show, right?
Yeah.
He is donating all of it to set up programs for underage youth in the Antioch, Nashville area.
Impact the
There you go, right there. You can read that to
What
him,
does it say?
Broadway. Proceeds, what right there.
impact
Proceeds to
youth.
benefit Impact Youth Outreach.
Yeah.
Bro, and not only that, he's matching
Matching it.
whatever. So, like, say he sells 12,000 tickets, the prices go from $20 to $80. If he
he
just
make-
said it's
dude,
$50 average, think about that money,
If that
bro.
donation is $100,000, Jelly Roll said that he will match $100,000. Whatever that donation accumulates to, he is going to match out of his own pocket and to make the donation double.
And he's trying to set up, I think, some like studios and stuff in like the juvenile detention centers, and then he's trying to open up. This is what Jonathan was telling me. He's trying to
Shout out
open up
Jonathan.
his own like youth center in Antioch.
But if
I
you
think
know
is
Jelly,
what-
you're not really surprised about it.
You're not.
No, not at all, because he's just like he told me on camera, and I think he said it off camera, or he's definitely said it off camera. I don't know if it's on camera. He said straight up he doesn't tour for money.
Yeah.
He doesn't do shows for money, and he's dead serious, man.
Yeah.
That proves it right there, because that's a lot of money that he can make, and he don't care about that. He'd rather do it, you know.
Jelly doing this because he has a bigger cause, though.
That's
for
it,
sure.
bro. And what's
No
crazy to
bullshit.
me, Scotty, the whole time, shot plague. The whole time, what makes me like, what gets to me most, it's like, I don't know, man. I try to explain it like with Chad and the noise Chad's been making recently. I've been having these same type of emotions towards Chad because I'm so proud of Chad and what he's achieved in such a small amount of time after so long of a grind. Mm-hmm. But when we talk about Jelly Roll, that is the same kind of proud I have with Jelly because of the same shit.
Yeah, just on a bigger scale, but yeah.
A much larger scale.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
those conversations that we had back in those times, like there's times on ChadArmesTV, there's times where me and Chad are with him, times where Scotty's with him, where we've heard this man literally tell us that one day he was going to sell out Bridgestone Arena. And I'm talking about sitting over there in a busted ass pair of Jordans, probably $20 in his pocket, if that, borrowing somebody's phone, didn't have a car, but he was still the same guy that y'all see right now that's about to sell out Bridgestone Arena.
No, for sure.
And just like those humbling moments like that, bro, are what, I mean, dude, I'd sit back as I sit over here with his hat on my head and his shirt, you know, and we're talking about him on the front of the paper, and there's this poster back there, and it's like, wow, dude. Like, when do we stop being proud of him?
Dude, well,
You
never.
know, I don't know. Bro, when Jelly, I don't remember what year it was, bro. Jelly, he was locked up. He came home. I met Jelly downtown. Jelly wasn't trying to do music anymore, bro. Jelly did not even want to fuck with music anymore.
He got burned out.
Jelly, it wasn't even that. Jelly told me he wanted to preach, man.
No, for sure.
Yeah, I remember David Manning tell you these stories.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
told me he wanted to preach. He was wanted to do prison ministry. My pops does prison ministry, so I was trying to put them together at one point, but I don't know what happened. But Jelly wanted to do.
What year? You remember what year that was? Was it like 09?
Man, it was. Bro, it was probably a little bit.
He has a
Okay.
high amount of
Before
Jelly's got a big amount of faith.
But
You know what I'm
Jelly,
saying?
that's what I'm saying. Jelly was.
It's always
I think
been a
Jelly
bigger.
used music as a
Definitely.
a tool. It's just a tool
Absolutely.
to get his message across. Really, it's just a tool. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because Jelly really wanted to just reach people. That's all it really is.
For sure, and I can safely say, I mean, I completely 100% say, if you watch, perfect example, if you watch the Worm and Jelly show on ChadArmesTV back from 2009, when we were going to Blazes, we was in an Impala. I don't know who, it was something that Jelly had. I don't know if it was his. It had a donut on it, like on a donut tire on it. We all went all in on the dollar menu at McDonald's that day. Because Worm's in the video talking about, if Chad don't give me money for cigarettes, I'm going to kill him. Because he was fucking joking, obviously. But that's just showing where we were at with it in 2009. That's when Jelly was talking about, you know, wherever they were just laying their heads wherever they were at. He's the same person he was then.
Show is.
He's just finally getting he's the same. Me and him went 4 or 5 years without talking just because we were both doing our own thing. And as soon as we picked up and started talking, it was like we never stopped You know what I mean? That he's not any different, bro. Other than obviously he's better. He's a better person, but I'm saying he hasn't changed in that regard.
Quick note. This is going to sound real assholish, but I got to be that guy. Since today is Monday, tickets going to sell tomorrow at 10 a.m. for Jelly Roll, December 9th at Bridgestone Arena. Do not fucking call me for tickets.
No, I've already been getting hit up about them. We do not.
Do
have,
not fucking call me.
Yeah.
Do not say you know Squints. Do not say you know Chad. Do not say you know Scotty for that moment.
Yeah.
Do not fucking call me for tickets.
I knew that was coming. I knew as soon as I made those posts, it was coming.
And I'm so glad that I'm saying this right now on a Monday episode for these motherfuckers go on sale. If y'all want to go to this damn show, get your fucking tickets through Ticketmaster tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And the moment they go on sale, because they will sell out. But there's 12,000 of them this time for y'all to fight over. So
because we are good friends with Jelly and family with Jelly, and we're buying tickets.
Yes.
So like,
and you know why? We always buy tickets.
Yeah,
we
for sure.
Every show y'all see us at, whether if it's in front of the stage, behind the stage, backstage,
still pay
after the show, we pay to get in those fucking shows to support our guy.
Yeah.
Right? Fun fucking fact. I'll ding that bit. We pay for every one of them fucking tickets.
Yeah, for sure.
We just
and I'm glad you said that because I get why people feel like they can ask that, but that's not cool to ask that.
It's not.
Especially, and another thing that I get a lot of this all the time, and I feel bad, but like I get people that'll hit me up and they'll ask for these certain requests about, hey, can you get Jelly to
real sincere requests?
And I get what you're doing, but like, that's just not. I don't ask him because like when hey, can you get Jelly to send me a happy birthday video? And I'm like, I can't. If I only get Jelly to respond to my text whenever he gets a chance to.
I tell Chad this,
and he does that all day long with people.
I tell Chad this, and I tell other people. Jelly fucks with me because I don't ask him for that shit.
Same here. Yeah,
that's why. I mean,
and I get it, but y'all just got to understand it. It's not.
All I'm trying to say is don't ask me for fucking tickets to Bridgestone Arena.
This dude,
it's not gonna fucking happen.
No, it's not.
It's not. I hope to see you all there. That's because other than that, I'll be there. Chad will be there. Scotty will be there. Dude, I'm taking Kimura.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Kimura's going to this show. She wants to go so bad.
Hell yeah, well.
She's so excited to go. But yeah. Look how easy. This is a long episode.
I got some shit to say. The podcast.
That's exactly what the fuck it is. It's ChadArmesTV.
Ep.73.
Scottie Broadway.
Broadway musical. That's what we're calling this one.
Broadway musical. May 20th.
Hell yeah.
You know, I told Scotty to pull up because he has the party coming.
Jelly, bring your ass to my party.
Right? That'd be dope.
Hell yeah.
But regardless, Broadway musical will be available on all streaming platforms May 20th. Mm-hmm. That's literally this Friday. So y'all pay the fuck attention. Tap the fuck in. Well, is it up for pre-order or anything right now? Or will it be
early this week?
So today's Monday when they're watching this. So hopefully by now or tomorrow it'll be up for pre-order.
Once
the
this is
link
out,
will be below.
Yeah, like when it premieres, the link won't be there for them to purchase the album. But once Friday hits, I'll go back in and put the album in the description so you can go stream it.
Y'all tap in, please, man, because what Scottie Broadway brings to this table as far as talent goes, that man's in his own lane. And he's coasting. Like, that shit is fire. I'm anxious for everybody to hear it. I'm anxious to hear it as an entire body project. You know what I mean? Because I've got it all probably, but it's just scattered everywhere through emails and everything else. But to have a Scottie Broadway album Friday is just I'm stoked about that.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, bro. You know what it is with me, homie. Yeah. But y'all tap the fuck in if you haven't already. And I'm telling all y'all rappers right now, that's who you need a feature from. Y'all won't hit. I'm putting it out there. Chad, you gotta set the example or some shit with that one y'all were just talking about.
We're working on it, yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to make. I told Chad off camera that Scottie Broadway is now the male Robin Raynell of Nashville.
I don't know we should say that, though.
I love saying that.
He's the Scottie Broadway.
Yeah,
you are, but you're
I love Robin.
Robin is the shit.
Robin's not a feature artist. Robin is an artist.
Exactly.
But that's what
I totally agree. So 1 million. Robin, pull up. Let's chat.
Robin is dope as fuck.
Amazing.
On her own with nobody else.
I totally agree. Yeah, 1,000,000%. But there's not one fucking rapper out here that don't think they need a feature from her.
I can understand that. Yeah.
That's my point. That's all
got
I'm
you.
saying. And
I just want to make that part clear because it
I'm
just,
with
just
it.
as an artist and working with
She's an
people,
amazing artist.
I can understand where Robin has been seen as a feature artist before, and Robin is fucking dope.
Far from that.
On her
Yeah.
own.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
totally agree with you, Bubba. Yeah, I'm not trying to put it out there like that
No,
at
I
all.
got you. I understand.
But to my what I'm trying to tell them about you is basically what you're trying to tell them now and
I
me
got you.
about Robin.
I appreciate
Same shit.
that. I
Y'all are
appreciate
amazing artists. But if they don't appreciate that initially, they have to. You're gonna be sought after as far as having to have that type of feature.
I got you.
Because now, up to this point, it's been limited to like a female vocalist you have to have. Sorry, that's just me. Scottie Broadway will be exactly that, amongst being a phenomenal solo artist.
I appreciate that.
Broadway musical, May 20th.
Hell yeah.
It's I Got Some Shit to Say to podcast, ChadArmesTV. Scottie
Bow.
Broadway. Pull up anytime you fucking want, bro. Yeah, we out of here, man. Chatty, tell them. Bow. Bow, bow.
Let's go.
That was an awkward ending.
But bitch, we got views.